Going on, everybody? This is Justin from Off Road Podcast, and today we have a special, extra special episode. Actually, we are covering love and basketball. It is the 20th anniversary, and I have a really special guest. Would you care to introduce yourself now?
Hi, my name is Allison, and I'm so excited to be here. I love loving basketball, and it's the 20th anniversary, so this is great.
All right, we'll start it out like this. It is a 2000 American romantic drama. It stars Sanaa Lathan and Omar Epps. It tells the story
Mhm.
of Quincy and Monica, two next-door neighbors in Los Angeles, California, pursuing basketball careers. All right, we'll
Mhm.
start there, and then we'll go into how we feel about this movie. How old were you when you first watched this?
So 2000, when I first watched this, oh, that's what, 20 years ago? Yeah, I was in elementary school. I was eight.
Was you?
Yeah, so I was a little bit younger when this came out. I don't know if that's the first time I watched it, but I do remember watching it young.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. It is actually the ninth highest grossing basketball film of all time. So,
I
which
didn't know
is
that. That's
pretty
pretty
interesting.
interesting.
All right, and did you know that they auditioned Serena Williams?
Yes. Okay. So Serena was officially supposed to, not officially, but she was in the running to play Monica. And then I guess Sanaya Lathan just came. She was one of the understudies. And I think the actress that was supposed to play her got sick.
Yeah, it was yeah, I know somewhere in the line there was a Georgia Tech basketball player who
Hmm.
was supposed to have it, but I thought
Oh,
all
that's
that
so
was
cool.
thought it was interesting. Um, Let me, I guess, start with you. What is your what's your favorite scene from the movie? Actually, let's start here. What's your favorite scene involving a song?
Involving a song. Okay. So I, of course, love the way it opens up, the opening scene and the music. That's Love and Happiness, right? Am I
Absolutely,
thinking
yeah.
of the right one? Yeah. And I think it closes out that way too. But I, of course, love that song. And I think it's a great way to open up the movie. And then whenever it plays, you kind of just get excited because you know that the movie's about to start. Um, but I do like the prom scene when she's dancing with the other guy and he's like looking at her across the floor and I Want to Be Your Man comes on, and she all gets closer to the other guy, and then he gets all jealous. So
I
I
wish I
like that
could.
one too.
I wish I could show you my notes. That's exactly the thing that I said. It was at the opening line of, of course, love and happiness. Because who can get tired of hearing that song?
Exactly, you get happy, and then she comes out, and boom, the movie starts.
And I like when at that I want to be your man. When she says, "Oh, you came with Shauna Easton" or something like that, and he says,
Yeah, with Sheena Easton,
"She,
he was like, she asked
yeah,
me.
it was late," and she asked. I thought,
Like
okay.
what?
And then she
That's,
leaves him, and he does like a little awkward shuffle. But
yeah.
that was cool. Did you did you think that he was a good boyfriend?
No, I think okay. So this movie was looking at it from the perspective when I first saw it to rewatching it because I haven't watched it in a couple of years and I'm older now, of course. So watching it then and watching it now, I feel like I have two different perspectives. Like when I think the first time I watched it, it was just really into it and I like that there was this strong like female character. And now that I'm watching it, I'm looking at all like these red flags that I feel like I can see clearer now. But no, I don't think he was. I mean, I understand he was going through a lot of stuff and you want someone to be there for you, but it was like, what if the roles were reversed? Would he have missed his curfew for her, or would he have been expected to miss his curfew for her? And the fact that he kept bringing it up, and then she had this goal for her entire life that she's finally making progress at, and he's stuck in his own bullshit. And I get that, like his stuff was important, but he couldn't see past it. It didn't look like he was seeing past it ever for her. It looks like it was, to me at least, it looked like she had to choose one or the other. And I think that was one of the main premises for the movie was like, why should women have to choose one or the other? Why not both? Like, it's looked down upon for her to be so straightforward and courageous and like goal minded. But I mean, it did kind of suck for him not to have somebody to rely on. But then he went and dated another chick for like a whole day just to make her upset. Like, who does that?
Yeah, I thought dude was crazy toxic, and it's something
Yeah.
that I didn't pick up on it at first, but now I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I thought that was interesting. Another thing that I didn't pick up on when I watched it a while back was the mother-daughter relationship.
Oh yeah, that got me because I was like, oh, that sucks. Because it's like her mom didn't really encourage her the way she wanted her mom to encourage her, but also like the mom didn't know how to communicate because it's all she knew how to do. So it's kind of just two different personalities and two different eras or generations under one roof. It's kind of like
And
clashing.
they were both right. Like what her mom said was perfect, and then what Monica kind of how she felt was okay too. So
Yeah.
it was interesting. All right, so let's go to the next. I guess do you want to do the your favorite scene or the most powerful scene? Or how about iconic? Is that what you said? The most iconic scene?
Yes, the most iconic. So I feel like the most iconic scene. Well, I think it happens three different times. They play one on one like three different times throughout the entire movie. Once when they're kids. No, they play. They don't play one on one as kids, do they?
I think it's a few other people there.
Yeah, and then, but I guess so twice. I think the second time they face off when she's like, "I'm playing for your heart." And I was like, "Oh," but I feel like when I think of this movie, Love and Basketball, that scene and the scene prom night after the prom when she shows him her letter and they,
Oh
for the
yeah,
first time. Yeah.
yeah. That's yeah,
I think that's what you think about Love and Basketball.
that's probably true. That makes me think of the scene. I probably should have put it in for my favorite scenes, where his parents are arguing,
Yeah. Mhm.
and he comes over, and I love how it's so subtle that she like hands him the blankets, and so it's like they've done it before. They're
Yes.
comfortable.
It's their routine. Like you
Yeah,
can definitely tell that's something that's happened throughout the years since they were kids. Like his parents would argue, so he needed to sleep, and so they'd go over and she'd let him crash on the floor. But that also shows you like what kind of relationship behind closed doors they had. Like nobody, not even the girl. I mean, if the girl at school knew she had that relationship with him, she probably wouldn't have given her that letter. You know,
that's true.
at least that's how my brain works.
No, no, I agree. That's funny. I'll say what else? Other notes I have here. Um, how do you think it holds up after 20 years?
I mean, I still liked it. I think there were some things that I don't know. I don't think would have been done today that they got away with doing, or maybe it would have been done differently. But I think it still holds up. I still like it. It still makes me want to cry.
Yeah, no, and I guess me being a father now, like you look at certain things different, like his dad and the way he
Hmm.
responded, like when he was just like, "Girls come at me all the time" or something. And it's like
Yeah.
it's
Is
hard to
that what
say
you
no.
want to?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is that what you want to portray?
yeah,
Or just a lot of things that in my head I was like, because they were supposed to be in high school and then like straight out of high school. Like, was I dealing with issues like that in high school, or like did
yeah.
I care about stuff like that when I was in high school? I don't know.
Well, this is kind of off the subject, but have you seen the Netflix show All American?
No, but I keep hearing good things about it.
I don't like. That's the most. I would like. I couldn't imagine school being that dramatic and that hostile and crazy all the time. It was like I don't remember it being like that at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that made me think of that. Um,
I'll
did
have to
you?
check it out.
Who do you think? Who stole the show? Who was the highlight of the movie?
Oh, okay. So it was kind of weird to go back and watch how many big stars are in it, and then I guess them not knowing they would have became who they were. But who stole the movie for me? I mean, kind of hard not to steer away from Sanaa Lathan. Like her character, I think she was the main point of the movie, or like her goals in her life was like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but Sanaa Lathan for sure, just because she was such a big part of the movie. But I don't know, I kind of enjoyed seeing Gabrielle Union in it, even if it
Uh,
was just for a minute.
that was
But
actually another thing that I came across. She auditioned for Monica, but they said that she didn't have enough acting experience. She was actually a high school point guard, but it was her very first.
really,
So she auditioned for Monica, didn't get it, but they called her back to be the other girl. So
that's crazy. And she's still like, oh my god, she still looks good. Just like, I don't think she's aged at all
there's some
from
special.
that movie to now. Like, but I love Gabrielle Union, so yeah.
She's good. And she actually ended up with a basketball player, which is
I
weird.
know. It's crazy. Who
But
would have thought?
well, I guess that'll wrap it up for our Love and Basketball 20th anniversary. Do you have anything else we need to talk about or add? I know I'll probably think of
No.
something as soon as we get off.
No, I mean it's a good movie. I think it was prominent because it was maybe one of the few black rom com movies of that time. So I think that was important. Um, Other than that, I can't really think of anything else.
Well, awesome. Well, we're gonna make a habit of this. Uh, Allison is going to join me a lot, and we're gonna do some awesome content. Hopefully,
Woo!
so be looking out for us to pop back on your screen. I'm Justin, and she is Allison. And thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Yes, ma'am. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
All right. You too.